discharge battery here. It was just under 12 volts before, versus over here we have 13.04, and these are this one's gonna drop, this one over here is gonna drop, this one's gonna climb. I just had it doing regenerative discharge, which it calls recycle on this charger. So the first thing you're gonna do is, I'm hooked up to the low battery. You could switch this around and do it normally, but I just want to show the recycle mode. So we're going to go into our input settings, and we are, this first one doesn't matter. We're on battery. I got it set for the max is 650 watts. Oops. But actually, you may want to dial that down. Not that we're going to hit this max anyways. Max current. Let's just set that to 25 so we're not pushing it too hard, although that's not going to be possible, I think. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Voltage range. So this would be for this battery over here is 10 volts to 14.4. If we were charging the higher battery, the one over here, we wouldn't want it to go below 10, which definitely could be possible because this one's so low. And actually, you'd probably want to set that a little higher. It's a 4S LifePo 4. So probably want to set it at 11 just to be safe, because I don't have balance connectors set up for either one, and you could only do it for the one over here. You couldn't do it for this one as your input source. Okay, and then we're going to go, and did I even set up a new one? Yeah. So we have lithium iron phosphate cells. I'm just putting auto because I don't have any balance connectors at all. We're in discharge mode, and then now that we have battery selected as our input, recycle pops up. It only pops up if battery is your input. And end voltage, 2.5 volts per cell, even though there's no balance wires, but that's just because I don't have them on. Discharge current, 20 amps. Max input voltage. This is assuming, or no, because this is charging this one, so if I got rid of this, if I said we were charging, then it would change to, oh, it gets rid of that altogether then. Interesting. And then it's relying off your settings previously. Interesting. So recycle, 2.5 volts, discharge current 20 amps, max input voltage 14.4. That's the highest you want to let your input battery go. And we hit start. And yeah, even though it's not going to know that, but it's just saying we're discharging this one over here down to 10 volts total. And as you can see, it's drawing. We're at 13 at the terminals. Of course, there's voltage drop because, you know, we're using some smaller crocodile clamps versus on here we're using some big meaty ones. And over here we have 12.38. Unfortunately, you can't see the amperage going in or out of the other battery. That's the one thing I like about the iCharger. But yeah, so here's your recycle mode. Or, you know, you could take your lowest battery and put it on the other side and just charge it. But this is, say you had to discharge this lower battery right here. Or sorry, say you had to discharge this higher battery, and it didn't matter what your other battery was. Your other battery was some big lead acid bank or something, or some big lithium iron phosphate bank. You had to discharge this one, though. It, you know, this would be the way to do it. And you can see we're at 41 degrees Celsius pretty much. We're not really going too much higher. Temperature staying stable. We're at 20 amps and just chugging along there. We're at over half an amp hour, not even 2 minutes in. So 2 minutes in, we're at 666 milliamp hours. So yeah, that's a third of an amp hour a minute. So every 3 minutes you're going to do an amp hour. 300 minutes, 5 hours for 20 amp charge. So there's the recycle mode on the M8P. Definitely an improvement over the M8S. Just overall, you know, the amount of power. M8S was 18 amps, or was it 16? It was 18, I believe, and 450 watts. This is 600 watts. Only if you're up at the higher voltages are you ever going to hit anywhere near 600 watts. But you get the 20 amps, and actually you can go to 21. I wouldn't recommend that though. So there you go.